In this video, we're going to take a quick look at the Zener diode. So the Zener diode is a really interesting diode. We have three of them. A resistor to the positive rail. As you can see there, this is a 2200 ohm resistor, mostly because we're going to be using up to 18 volts at the rails. And then the Zener diodes, they have a Zener voltage. So the top one is 5.6 volts, according to the person that wrote on that baggie, and the middle one is 9.1 volts, and there's a lower one that this looks like 12 volts, so it should be 12 volts. So the power is applied to the rail. All three of them are wired the same. You wire them reverse bias. So if you forward bias them, they're going to conduct at a low voltage. We don't want that. We reverse bias it, and that voltage rating we saw, 5.6, 9.1, and 12, is its Zener voltage, which is when it starts conducting well reverse bias. So let's see why that is a nice thing. So first off, we can go to the rails here and measure anywhere that we have a direct connection to the power supply plugged into the rail right there. And these jumpers are going across to power the other rail, but they also make a good connection point. So we can go to any 2 points where a lead sticks out a little bit, so we can touch it with the probe, but it goes into the positive and negative rail. So we have 2.5 volts. So at all of these, we are going to have 2.55 volts, the same voltage. So far, it kind of looks like a voltage divider, but Zener diodes don't really work that way. They are not conducting. They are almost like an infinite value resistor right now, as far as voltage dividing goes. So I'm going to turn the voltage up to 7.5 volts, and we will see with the first Zener diode. So let's measure the voltage there. Remember, that was 5.6 volts is its rated value. So we got about 7.5 at the rails. Now we come here, again, that's to the negative rail. We can measure anywhere along the negative rail, but at this point we have a little more than 5.6. So it's probably a little bit higher because we're about 2.5 volts, or about 2 volts above its rated value, so it's probably passing some okay amount of current. Now we come over to the 9.1 volt Zener diode, and it is the rail voltage, as you can see there. So as long as the rail voltage is below the Zener voltage, then at this point the Zener diode's gonna just hold the voltage whatever the rail is. So as we said before, we have a 9 and a 12. So let's go to 11 volts and take a look. First we will look at the voltage at the rail, positive side, get a connection there. You can see 11 volts, and that one's holding steady. It went up slightly because more current's flowing through the Zener diode, but still holding really steadily, about 5.8 volts. And then now this one is 9.1 volts, a little more than that, as we can see there. We come down here and we have the 11 volts of the rail. That's because it's a 12 volt Zener. So the Zener is not conducting. Whatever energy gets through the resistor will be picked up by the meter. It's not losing anymore, and so since the meter doesn't need any current, we can sense that we have 11 volts at the rail through the resistor. Now we will go up to 15 volts, well above the 12 volts of the other Zener diode. So we'll go up to the top there. You can see 15 volts. We come here. That Zener still holding at 5.8, so really well. It's really good at holding 5.8 volts with the 2200 ohm resistor. And that one, again, it's a 9.1 volt Zener, even at 15 volts holding steady. And now we are at the 12 volts of that one, just a speck higher. So they don't give you a perfect voltage, but it's really close to its rated value, and it holds really well. So this bench power supply only goes up to about 18.6 volts, So we'll top it out and look at it there. A little less than 18.6. And so that one's still holding real steady. Just shifted slightly higher. Same with the 9.1 and the 12 volt Zener. So that's what they're for. They are for setting a voltage at a certain point in a circuit, even as the power supply voltage, in this case, rises. So it can set a voltage. There's a number of uses for that, and Zeners aren't used as much as they used to be. A lot of times they're incorporated with other components. So internally there may be a Zener, but you don't see a Zener. It's just part of the component package. But they are a really cool component, and they are talked about a lot. And so if you've been reading about Zener diodes, this is exactly what they do. They just set a voltage, taking a higher voltage. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.